Hey, what's going on? This is Ricardo with the Code 7 Podcast Network, and we're about to get started with Open Mic Live. I've got all of you here on Facebook, YouTube, as well as Twitter, and then I've got everyone here on Instagram as well, and we're going to be going back and forth here. I've got several stories to share, but as always, a word from our sponsors.
At InDigital, we know the public safety professionals hold themselves to a high standard. In fact, standard doesn't do it justice. In over 25 years working alongside you, carrying millions of calls over our IP networks, your dedication has inspired us. That's why our ESI Net goes beyond industry standards, not only I3 compliant, but designed to adapt to future development for a network you can count on when it matters most. Learn more at indigital.net.
Here in Greenville County, we have 8 different places where a 911 call can be answered.
It is the largest county in South Carolina. It's a challenge.
The type of information that a telecommunicator gets from Radius Plus is location-based technology. You can see where the caller is, if they have a medical issue, if they speak a different language. They're immediately able to text to that caller in their native language. It reduces response times because it immediately gets first responders where they need to be.
If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Get exclusive bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Dispatch.
There is no one over here to cook our lunch. We are waiting for our lunch, and there's no one here to cook our lunch.
All right, calm down. Where are you at?
The group home. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll get some help over there for you, okay?
Welcome to Open Mic, where we visit the lighter side of dispatch, because laughing is good medicine. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Open Mic Live. And oh man, hold on a minute. Let me close one of these windows over here. Okay, so as I said in the beginning, I have all of you here with me, but I also have an audience here on Instagram. So I'm going to go back and forth like I've done in the past. I see everyone joining in here. Welcome back. We missed last week. I apologize. Because, my dumbass didn't even put anything out there. We'll go through this story here. There's not a lot I can say, but we'll get through this. Okay, we'll get through this together. And it is hot as shit in here. Oh my God, this room is hot as hell. Good Lord, like the devil's nutsack. Jesus, it is. It's pretty bad. Anyway, hello, everyone. Hello. And roll call. Where are you watching from? And what is your number? It is Thursday. How are you feeling? I see Jason here on Instagram is healing. But let's see. Kristen here says, same. Hot as shit here, too. Yes. All right. How about all of you? Yeah, it is. Damn, it is freaking warm in here. So what is your number? How are you feeling? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty, of course, and 10 just amazing. How are you doing? I would say I'm at a 10. My daughter earlier today said that I looked very, very happy. And I am. It has been good. I am definitely happy. And it's been awesome. I hope you are feeling good as well. And so we got Amy here from Indy. She's at a 3. Hopefully, with some of the stories that I'm going to be sharing, and also all of you who are going to be sharing stories, whether it be here on Instagram or here through Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, we can get that number up. So that's what I'm hoping for. We can get the number up there. And let's see, we've got some others that are coming in here. Heather from Iowa, what is going on? Jeremy, homie, what is going on? Howdy all. I am tending it today as well, ready for APCO. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, APCO 2021. That is going to be excellent. Jeannie says, AC working here, LOL, but I'm halfway through 44-hour shift. I'm 8 rolling. Wait, what? Dude. That's a lot. We got other people coming in here at an 8. Eaton County. Ooh, represent Eaton County. That's what I'm talking about right there. And keep them coming. Throw it in there. Please throw us in a reaction. Share this on your feed or to your favorite dispatch page as well. I appreciate it so very much. I haven't said this yet. This live broadcast is sponsored by InDigital as well as Rapid Deploy. And thank you so very much for everything, especially patrons. Thank you. I wouldn't be able to do what I do if it wasn't for all of you who support, watch, listen, and share. So thank you so very much. I've posted episode 398 and I have episode 399 as well as an epic 400 that's going to be coming up. 399 next week, 400 the following week. And they were just amazing episodes that were recorded at the 2021 NENA conference. And the NENA conference was amazing as well. There was just so much awesome stuff that happened there, and just loved every moment of it. It was excellent. Also for patrons, the DRT and Open Mic Live bonus episodes. All of these episodes are going to be going out audio style to just you who are patrons. That's a perk that you get. Thank you so very much once again. And we're going to be headed to APCO 2021 just in a couple days. Going to be flying my ass out to Texas. It is going to be superb. And I don't know what the weather is like out there. It's probably going to be hot as shit as well. But it's going to be good. We're going to have a lot of fun. You can make sure to check us out if you're going to be there. Let me put this picture up here really quick. And to show this off, bam. There we are right there. APCO 2021, August 15th through the 18th in San Antonio, Texas. We're going to be there in booth 1044. Of course, as I said before, sponsored by InDigital and Rapid Deploy and special guests there. It's going to be an awesome time. We shared a booth at NENA as well, and the traffic was just phenomenal. So looking forward to APCO as well. And what Jason says, super swassy. What? I've got 911 Wonder Woman Inc. Geez, I couldn't say it. 911 Wonder Woman Inc. as well as the Dispatch Lab. They're going to be in the booth once again, and it is going to be awesome. Let's see, Carrie says 1044 equals a traffic stop. Well, shit. Hopefully, I'm renting a car, so let's hope that I don't. You know what? If I do get pulled over, I'm going to make sure to post it. I'm going to have this right here. Right there, that comment of the 1044 traffic stop, and say it happened. Hopefully it doesn't. I don't want to get pulled over in Texas, man. But if that happened, I would take a picture with that officer and be like, "What's up, guy? You got me. You got me fair and square." But this is the promo here. We're going to be putting this out tomorrow and throughout the weekend and such. Just once again, for those of you to come out and visit all of us and just see everything that we are doing. We've got a scavenger hunt that's going to be going on. And this time, though, it's going to be for IM911 pins. So make sure to stay tuned for that. We'll have all that information that's going to be coming up. There's going to be so many people there that are going to be doing some awesome sessions. My homies that are here in the comments right now, Jeremy as well as Melissa Alterio, they're going to be doing an awesome session with Ann Camaro as well. So make sure to go out there and check out what they're going to be doing. Sarah Weston is going to be there. She's going to be doing a session as well with with Halcyon at the Dispatch Lab, and it is just going to be superb. So make sure to check them out if you're going to be at APCO. These are going to be some excellent sessions. I will not be doing Imagine Listening this time, which is going to be weird because I think for the past 3 years in a row, I've done Imagine Listening. And so I won't be doing it this time. So I'm a little sad, but it'll be okay. I'm going to be there and just taking a lot of it in, but also being at the booth. So make sure to stop in, check us out, and maybe we can record an episode or something. All right. So there's that right there. And I do want to give a big shout out. I think she just popped up here on Instagram to my homie, Samantha Hawkins. She is going to be headed to the conference, and it is going to be so good for 2020, the Within the Trenches continuing education scholarship. She was the recipient for it, but as we all know, 2020 went to shit, and we didn't have those conferences to go to in person. And there's Samantha right there. She's on Instagram right now. What is going on? So she's going to be at this conference, and we were talking, and we were able to fulfill that scholarship as well from our end. And I am super excited to see you out there. And okay, so Samantha is on Instagram right here, and she says, "Why are you calling me out like that?" Because I can, yo. Because it's a good thing. She had such an amazing essay and just all of it, and I'm just so proud to be able to fulfill this scholarship and to see her out there, and just to hear more about what her experience is going to be. So congratulations once again, Samantha. It's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to see you out there. Amazing person. If you haven't met her, you need to. She's fucking awesome. So let's see. Let me looking at my notes here. I only missed one day, and you think, what the hell's going on? He does this all the time. So there was something else that happened while I was over there, I missed last week. So let me put this up on the screen. Here we go. Okay. And for those on Instagram, I'm sorry, you can't see it. Oh, hold on a minute. I just want to see here. Samantha says, "You really did hook me up with that scholarship, homie. I can't wait to meet you in person. You are one of my heroes." Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Again, you're freaking awesome, and it's going to be an excellent time. So I cannot wait to see you out there. So I was out of state last week, and I got to experience something amazing. I can't say exactly what it was that I was doing. Not yet. I can't say it yet. Literally, I can't say. However, I did get permission to be able to share this picture. So this was a trailer with my name on it, and the project that I was working on, I was able to wear my I Am 911 t-shirt. So I can't wait to be able to, and it's just in a few months that I will be able to reveal what it was that I was doing, and it'll be cool. I swear to you, it'll be cool, and it'll be a lot of fun when a lot of this stuff starts coming out. I am going to give you the entire scoop of what it was that I was doing. And Samantha says, "Blink it out in Morse code." I think I would still get in trouble for that. But yeah, so when it starts coming up, I have been given the green light to be able to not only share the story fully of what was going on out there, but also to do some promotions. So I can't wait to let you know what it was that was going on. But I swear I missed Open Mic Live last week for a good reason. I swear. And you'll dig it. It'll be really good. So I'm gonna take this off the screen now because there's not too much more I can say about it. But it was an awesome experience, and I just feel really blessed to have been able to do it. Um, a little bit after that, I ended up going to have dinner with the awesome Adam Tim. So while we were out there, and because of the time difference, also, I completely forgot to post something to say, my bad. We're not doing it this week because I'm working on a project and I've got other things going on. I just happened to look down at my phone, and I think it was my buddy James who sent a message to Discord and said, "Where's open mic at?" I was like, "Oh shit." What time is it? That's right. We're 3 hours behind, and I completely missed it. So again, I apologize. I apologize, but I swear to you, it is going to be awesome, and you're going to love it. It is going to be good. Let's see. Karen says, biting my nails. I hate suspense, but sounds amazing. I'm sorry. I know. If I could say, I would simply say, but I swear to you, it'll be worth the wait. It'll be good. Whew. All right. So let's jump into some of these stories. Now, I mentioned in the image that I posted for, the promo for tonight's episode, that I have some classic stories that I want to share, some of my own, and you may have heard them. A lot of you may have not, but these are some of my own classic stories, and it's we're about to get into this. But again, if you have any stories, any 911 calls, any funny 911 calls, anything like that, or situations that happened to you in dispatch that you want to share, throw them in the comments and I will read them. That's what open mic is all about. We gather together for about an hour or so to forget about the bullshit in the world and just have some fun. Just share some stories, laugh together. From what you can see, me laughing and people sharing stories to try to break me, which is always really fun. I enjoy it. So let's keep doing it. And so that's what we're going to get started with here. So I want to start with, the fact that like I was saying, we're going to be going to APCO, okay? And it's going to be in San Antonio. So also, for those who are, whether you're on Instagram or here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, if this is your first time at open mic, throw it in the comments. I want to see if it's your first time here as well. And so the last time I was in San Antonio for a conference, it was for the NINA conference, and one of my coworkers and I, when I was still working for InDigital, we were out there a couple days before the conference started because, we had to go out there and set up the booth, make sure that everything is working right. Okay. And at the end of that first day, that night, oh man, it was pretty crazy. It was not what I expected. Okay. Now this story is it's about a call, but it's actually a call that I made. So we are at the, I don't know, like 26th floor, something like that. We're really high up there, and we were in my room, but we're out on the balcony. Okay. We're out on the balcony and we're having some scotch and a couple cigars. Okay. And Hank, that's right. That's where we met. It was an excellent time. And so we're just hanging out, and we see this, looking down, diagonal down, there is a there's a car garage. Okay. And at the very top, there's a truck, and there's a couple that gets out of that truck and they start arguing. Okay. Nothing physical. They're arguing, and we're watching. Okay. We're watching to make sure, there's not a lot we can do from where we're at, but we're watching so that if it gets out of hand, we can call 911, right? So So we're sitting there, and Jeremy puts hashtag scotch and cigars. That's what I'm talking about. And so we're watching what's going on, and they're arguing and stuff. And she gets into the truck and shuts the door. Now the guy is intoxicated, like really intoxicated, and you can tell. Now again, as I'm saying this, just to remind you, they're at the very top of this garage. Okay, it's pretty high up there, and the guy ends up running to the edge of the garage and goes over, and he's holding on. I could not believe, this is why I'm chuckling, is because I could not believe, the both of us couldn't believe that this was happening right now. Now, as intoxicated as this person was, I have no idea how he was holding himself up there. Okay. By this time, I've already called 911, but I'm the one who's out of state. So I'm that caller. I'm that caller who doesn't know the address because I'm an out of towner. Luckily, I had all the names of the buildings, I had cross streets, I had all of that stuff. So I was good to go. So I'm just on the phone as this is going on, and the girl goes to get out of the truck to check on him, and she gets back in the truck and shuts the door. And I don't know how the dude did this, but he like Incredible Hulked himself up and over, and he was back on top again. And we're just watching this going on, and he's yelling, and my coworker yells to the guy, and he says, "Hey, we can see you." And the guy turns around and yells at us, "Hey, I can see you too." And I'm like, dude, you need to shut up. Like, that guy's gonna come and find us. Now I'm on the phone still. They've got 3 officers that are going out there. The guy is running around by himself, around the truck, and then he gets into the bed of the truck. Okay, he gets into the bed of the truck, goes into fetal position, and passes out. No shit. He's just there, and is asleep. I mean, I'm assuming he was asleep. He was not moving. He just got into fetal position and was there. And I'm telling the dispatcher all of this that's going on, and she goes, "He's just in the bed of the truck." I'm like, right? Yeah, he's just chilling there now. And on Instagram, there's a hashtag, "Hey, we can see you." Yeah. So the girl takes off. She takes off in the truck with the guy in the bed of the truck. And I see I see lights, and I hear sirens, and I'm like, "Oh, your officers are already here. I can see them." So it's 3 officers on bicycles that show up. And as they're riding into the garage, the truck passes right by them. And I said to dispatch, I said, they just passed your guys. And she goes, "Oh, okay, hold on, let me tell them." Well, the truck ends up taking off, and they come around, and they pass by us, and the guy is still there. He's still in fetal position and just passed out. And so I passed on the information, and I don't know if they ended up getting them or not, but that's how it was when I went to San Antonio last time. No idea how it's going to be this time. But that was pretty gnarly for the first night, but it I just couldn't believe the guy, he turns around and yells back at us. It's like, to my coworker, "Dude, you got to stop." Because that dude is going to come up here and Incredible Hulk the shit out of us. Oh man. So we'll see what happens this time. Hopefully nothing. Hopefully nothing like that happens. But that was just something crazy, and I ended up being that caller who didn't have an address. So we'll see what happens there. Now, um, some of these other calls that I'm going to talk about, these are calls that I actually took when I was in dispatch. So, one shift, I was working in the morning. Okay. And I get a phone call for a verbal domestic. Now, I want to make sure that everyone understands. I'm not, domestics are not funny. That's not what I'm saying. There's situations that happen on the phone when people are arguing that you just makes you think, is this real life? That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I want to make sure that's clear. So this couple, they were having an argument, and the guy calls, and I'm on the phone with him. They're completely separated, nothing physical. They were just arguing, and he just wanted somebody to come out. Well, as I'm talking to him, I can hear the girlfriend in the background yelling at him. So they lived in a motorhome behind a friend, okay? And they had gotten to an argument, and I think he was maybe in his 40s, and she was in her mid 60s, okay? And as they're arguing, he ends up stopping for a moment, and I said, "Sir, are you there, sir?" And he goes, "Hold on a minute." And he starts yelling back. And I said, "Sir, what's going on?" And he says, he says, "She's throwing my spam out." I said, I'm sorry?" I said, "Did you say your spam? Like spam? Like, did you say spam?" And he says, "Yes, she's throwing all of my spam out." And out of the motorhome, she was throwing his spam out. And I didn't know what else to say. Like, all I could say was, "Officers are almost there. Okay. They're almost there. Don't worry about it. You could probably buy more." And the girlfriend hears him saying stuff about the spam. And I hear her yell out in the background, "You don't eat that shit anyway." And I thought, what the hell is going on here? Officers get out there, everything ends up being fine. But the spam didn't make it. It didn't make it at all. It was the craziest shit. Now, for all of you who are watching, whether it be here on Instagram or here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, what are some of the Jeremy Jeremy says here, hashtag hating on spam. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Have you had any calls like this? And oh, hold on a minute. There's somebody, "I'm Hawaiian." That's a legit offense. Oh, I had to put that up there. Thank you for putting that on there. That is so funny. Rebecca, welcome. She says, "Greetings. Just got a chance to jump on. So ready for San Antonio." I am too. Definitely. Um, let's see. Let's see. "Oh my God. Hello. I've missed you all. It's been a long ass fire season from hell. 30 on now, off till next Wednesday." Oh man. Well, welcome back. We're glad you're here as well. I'm back as well. I missed last week. Um, let's see. Gary jumping in here. "Yo, yo, yo," from New Jersey. Wait, where the hell am I today? Somerset, Pennsylvania, Southwest Pennsylvania. That's right. Now on Bowlers on the Road. If you have not checked that out, make sure to check that out. And back over here on Instagram, we've got several that are watching. Hello, hello. Throw in some reactions on both. Make sure to share the broadcast, please. And so hello to PTSD 911 movie. It was excellent to meet you over at Nina. So another call that I want to share with you, and these are verbal arguments that were happening. There were several, and again, like I said, I'm not making fun of that actual thing. It's just the situation of how some of this had come in. So I get this call, okay, and it was a couple that was arguing. They were, completely separate, the gentleman who I was talking to was at the very end of the driveway, and his wife was inside the house. So I'm talking to him. We've got officers headed that way already, and I'm just trying to keep up the conversation because when a lot of these calls happen, if officers or whether it be EMS or whichever, you have to fill in some of that time, right? So I'm just talking to him, but I start to hear like it sounds like a little girl crying, okay, next to him. So I keep hearing it and keep hearing it, and I remember asking, if there were any children involved or anything, and he had said no, but it sounded like a little girl that was crying next to him. So I finally, before officers got there, I asked, I said, "Is your daughter okay?" And he says, yeah, wait, what? And then, when you ask certain questions and you're wrong, you can't take it back. Right? You can't take it back. You're donezo. You're it's not you can't pull it back in. You got to go with it. And I said, yeah, your daughter, is your daughter okay? And he goes, "Sir, I don't have a daughter." And I said, "Okay, well," and I said, what's the crying, like kind of the yelping that's next to you? Like I hear someone else there. And he goes, "That's my dog." and I'm just sitting there in my head, like, what do I say now? What do I say now? And I said, "So is your dog okay? Is your dog okay?" And he goes, "No, the dog's upset." So what do you do? What do you do in this situation? Have you had something like this happen? Because I just went with it. And I I said, just comfort your dog. Just comfort her. Let her know it's going to be okay. Because that's why we're there, right? We're there to help and keep them calm. Let's try to keep the dog calm too. And he did it. He did it. he goes, "Yeah, okay." And "It's okay. It's okay." He's saying this to the dog. I'm like, all right, this is working. At this point, one of my partners is listening on the phone as well. And she cannot believe that, that I'm going in with this. And let's see, over here on Instagram, "Stop it. No, his dog was obviously not okay." Right. Yeah, not okay. So that's why I said, comfort your dog. Comfort your dog. And okay, yeah, here as well on Instagram, someone saying, petting dogs is clinically proven to calm people down. So it was definitely helping in a way. But my dumbass after that says, "It's probably not the first time she's had to see this, huh?" And he goes, "No, it's not the first time." And I thought, damn. But we made it. We made it through the call. Everything was fine. The dog was fine. The wife was fine. The guy I was talking to was fine. Everything ended up being cool. But it's I laugh only because those are the types of situations, right, that end up happening when phone calls come in, and you have to fill in some of that void, some of that silence that's there, that awkward silence, because officers are taking, not forever. There could be traffic or wherever they're coming from. It just seems like they're taking forever. It's probably really only a couple minutes, right? But that's exactly what was going on. And it's right here on Instagram, we got a comment here that says, "I would have died of laughter afterwards, though. But you did a good job thinking of that quickly." And then, yep, just wing it. Yeah, that's all you can do. You just, I mean, basically, you just got to be human, even though you might fuck it up to a certain point. you can save it. And that's what I had to do. And when I got off the phone, I remember my partner saying, "Why did you keep going?" I said, "Because there was nothing I could do. I don't know. I was just trying to make sure that the guy was calm, that his dog was taken care of, and it worked out. It was fine." But that was just one of those. That was one of the other calls that I ended up taking that that had happened that way. Now, another one. This one was it was a guy, a teenager, and his dad who were arguing. Okay, both separated again, verbal, and I'd been asking all these questions, right, the way we're supposed to. The one question I didn't ask at the time was, "Where's your mom?" Okay, where's your mom? Because there was no mom that was ever mentioned. And so I go to ask. And again, there's sometimes when you ask questions, you can't take it back. And you have to go with whatever happens. Okay? So I finally asked this kid, I said, I know where you're at. You're in the living room. Your dad is in his room. You guys are separated. Everything is fine. Nobody is injured. We have officers that are headed over there right now. I said, but where's your mom at? Is your mom at work or where is she? You hear that just then? That silence. That's exactly what was on the phone as well. Okay. Nothing. And I said, "Are you there?" And he goes, "My mom died about a year ago." Damn it. And I said to him, I was like, "I am so sorry. Like I didn't know. I apologize." And the kid was like, "Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You didn't know." But I really miss her. And I thought, "Oh, dude, like you're killing me right now." Oh geez, no pun intended. God. I just meant that he was just adding to it, because him saying that he missed her and stuff, and after what I had said, I just sat there. I was like, "Oh my God, what do you say?" And when I got off that call, again, everything ended up being fine. But when I got off that call, I just sat there, and my coworkers were like, "You're a dick." And I said, "I didn't know, man. Like I didn't know." I'm sure you've all taken certain calls like that where you don't know, and you can't take it back. Please, in the comments, anybody? Because now I feel like I'm the only one. Um, also, if you have any funny stories, put them in the comments, whether it be here or right here on Instagram. And let's see. Jason says, "When you take an unattended death call and you ask how old was she?" Oh shit. Right. Yes. And let's see. Samantha here says, "Please tell me you took a long wrap-up break after that." Nope. I kept going. Yes, insert foot in mouth. There's nothing you can do. You just have to continue going on, right? You just have to continue with the call and try to figure it out from there. So that was one of those other ones where you're just like, "Shit, I feel like an asshole." And you move on to the next call. So looking at my notes here, this call, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have heard it before, but I'm going to go ahead and tell it anyway, for those who have not heard it. So this one is another verbal argument, nothing physical, nothing, just a verbal argument. Okay. And this call comes in, and as soon as I pick it up, I say, "Elegant 911, where's your emergency?" And I hear, "I need help." What? Just like that. I need help. So this person, had one of those little machines that allows them to talk, and they sound kind of, robotic a little bit. And oh, hold on a minute. Here in the comments, you're not the only one though, for real. I have wished the floor swallowed me alive many times after certain calls I took and absolutely flubbed something. Yeah, right? That's how it feels. And it sucks. And you think, man, I hope they don't QA that shit because I'm not going to live it down. Okay, so I end up hearing that. And the first thing I think of, no judgment, the first thing I think of is a speak and spell. Do you know what a speak and spell is? If you do, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. I hear this robotic voice telling me that they need help, something I was not expecting. And so we go through the call. Officers already headed there. They're separated. It was this person and their daughter who had been arguing about some stuff. And I had gotten from the caller that their name was Carl. Okay. Carl. So I kept calling this person Carl because that's what I thought. And oh, hold on a minute here. It says speak and spell, speak and read, and what was the math one? I don't know. Speak and math. So I end up going through this entire call, okay? And I wish I had the audio for this because this one was amazing. And you'll see why here in a moment. And so I keep calling this person Carl over and over and over. Carl. By the end of this call, Carl had had enough of my shit because Carl wasn't a Carl. Okay? I at the end of the call, I end up hearing, "My name is not Carl. It's Carol." Immediately started sweating, just buckets of sweat because I thought, hell no. Yeah, here on Instagram, don't tell me it's Carol. It was Carol. Yes, it was a Carol the whole time. So Carol, I'll start again. Carol ends up saying, "My name is not Carl. It's Carol. This thing makes me sound like a man. Ha, ha, ha." Carol had such a good sense of humor. So, with that as well, what do you do in that situation? Well, my ass laughed. I fully broke down laughing with Carol, and I apologized so much. And she just kept saying, "Don't worry." It was, oh man, it was horrible, but it was funny as shit. And I'm so glad that Carol had such a good sense of humor because I felt like a dick. I felt like such a jerk. But how are you supposed to know? Oh yeah, it was bad, but it was really funny, and that's one of the calls that I will seriously never forget because because of that. That's what happens in some of these calls, right? So I have to ask, with all of this audience that's here, have you had something like this happen? Surely I can't be the only one, and don't call me Shirley. But seriously, has this ever happened to you? I want to see, or even if you've had anything similar happen. Um, let's see. Hold on. I got something here on Instagram that says, that happens to me all the time. I have a deeper voice for a female and a gender neutral nickname. Get called sir all the time. Yeah. I actually, I worked with a guy who would be called, ma'am all the time. And he would go, "I'm a sir." And he would get off the phone and he would say, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't know what to tell you." Like, your voice isn't as deep as mine, so I don't know. I guess that's why. And let's see. Samantha here says that story is going to live rent free in my head for like ever. Yeah, ha ha. I wonder where Carol is. She was awesome. Thank you, Carol, for having such a good sense of humor with my dumb ass. Let's see. Myth here says too many times. Jeremy says hashtag what? What's your vector, Victor? Oh man. Yeah. There that call will always stick with me. It'll always be with me because that was such a funny one. And let's see. I got a comment here that says, I've learned to ask them to spell their name if I am not sure. Sometimes it works. I used to do that shit too. If I didn't hear them, um, I would tell them, "Oh, can you spell that your name really quick?" And then, they would spell it and then it'd be good to go. Sometimes they would spell it and I still wouldn't understand. Like, son of a like, okay. So I would just bite the bullet and just ask again. And um I would say like your phone broke out. Can I have your name one last time? And then, I would usually get it. Let's see, we got a comment here on Instagram saying, now I want one of those voice modulators. Yeah. Jason says, we have a dispatcher that has such a high voice that on 3 occasions the callers have asked, did I reach 911? If not, can I talk to your mom? What? Oh man. That's pretty funny right there. Well, good. Okay, so good. I'm not the only one who has done this before, and it is hilarious. It's so good. We got more people that are here joining on Instagram. Hello, welcome. And we continue to have all of this. Make sure to throw in some reactions and share this broadcast, please. I've got just a couple more stories that I want to share with you. Now, this next one is we're done with the verbal arguments. Okay, we're done with the verbal arguments. So this one is this one has to do more with like frequent flyers. Okay. Oh, hold on a minute. We've got someone here. Cha 911. What up? I try not to use ma'am or sir. It never fails. I use the wrong one, then spend time trying to apologize. Yeah, I've done that before too, because it sticks with you, right? It sticks with you after you fucked up that one time. You're like, oh, damn it. Like you want to keep saying sorry during that time. And and sometimes finally the caller will just say, you know what, just it's fine. Okay. You don't have to apologize. It's fine. And you're like, okay, I'm sorry. Wait, what? Let's see. People always ask to talk to my mom when I wake up before coffee. Always. Oh, hey. My son Logan is actually on Instagram right now watching. He says, hey, Dad, these stories are awesome. Love hearing them. Yes. Thanks, bud. So this next story, okay, frequent flyers. We all get them, right? We've all dealt with them. And sometimes some of these callers they have some good stories, right? Or they have different things that happen that you have to navigate. You have to figure out what is going on, right? So this guy called in, and he called in several times, okay? And this is in the middle of the night. He's calling from an NSI phone, a non-service initialized phone, one of those phones that has the 911 prefix, okay? And he's calling in over and over and over. Now, this is years ago, okay? And he's calling in over and over. And what he's telling me, though, is that a government official is going to be harmed. I'll leave it at that. I won't say exactly what he said, or you're going to see people fall down here and throw me against the wall or something. Like, what did you say? So he kept telling me this over and over. And he had a phone number, okay? He had a phone number, and he kept telling me, you need to call this phone number. You need to call this phone number and let them know that this is going to happen. Because I promise you, it is going to happen. And I'm just sitting there taking like notes and stuff. I mean, we couldn't find him. No location, no nothing. Again, this is years ago now. There wasn't any technology that there is now where you can, kind of pinpoint where they're at. And some of my friends who work for those companies are in the audience. Shout out to all of you. But we didn't have a way to find this person. Okay. So he kept calling. He kept telling us this. And then he finally says, okay, I'm done. I've given you all the information that you need. You've got the phone number. You need to call it. Click. So I'm I'm sitting there and I'm curious. I want to call this phone number. So I yell over to my supervisor and I said, I wonder where this phone number actually goes to. And she goes, well, just look it up. And I said, no. I want to be surprised. And she goes, no, you probably shouldn't call it. And I said, I'm going to do it anyway, though, because I want to know. So I call the phone number. And as soon as I call that phone number, I hear White House switchboard. What? And I said, I'm sorry. What did you say? And she says, White House switchboard? And I said, okay, I did hear you, but I couldn't believe that this is who I was calling. And she goes, yeah, can I help you? And I said, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what is going on. And I said, my name is Ricardo. I'm calling from Allegan Central Dispatch. And there's this guy who keeps calling. And I explained to her what it is that's going on. And she goes, oh, so-and-so? He's harmless. We've checked him out. He's okay. I was like, hell no, for real? And she goes, yeah, he calls here all the time. He calls and actually talks to us. So we know who you're talking about. And I hang up the phone and, the team was listening and my supervisor goes, are you for real? Are you shitting me? And I said, no, I am not shitting you. Not at all. That phone number actually went to the White House switchboard and they knew who he was. This is 911. You cannot make this shit up, right? You can't make this shit up. So for those of you who are watching here and also here on Instagram, with some of your callers, have you had something like that happen? I can't be the only one. It was just so crazy, man, that I call that phone number and that's immediately who I hear. And I did cross-reference the phone number with Google after I had my surprise, and it showed White House switchboard. Let's see, we have someone here on Instagram says, I had a woman like that, kept on calling, demanding that we call the governor directly. See, and they probably had that phone number too, right? How about you here? Have you had any calls like that? Because it's hard to believe, right? When you've gotten a phone number or something else that's going on, and then it turns out that it's true, and you're just, oh shit, there's something to it. Whew. So this last call, as we're going into the wrap up of Open Mic Live, which has been a lot of fun. Thank you all for joining me. This has been awesome. Oh, hold on. There's a continuation of the story here. It says, because she needed to be placed in a controlled environment, she was being influenced by alien mind control. See, okay. So that's one of the things too, is that when people call in and are saying this, what if it is true? Like, what if that shit was actually going on? We would never know, right? Oh man. It's 16 hours on a reverse double shift of that woman home. Oh, 16 hours. Oh, That's a long time. I remember those shifts. And let's see. Rebecca here says, we used to have the general call in for medical. He was a veteran that had PTSD issues, but was harmless. Never did figure out what his rank was when he was in the military. See? So there are, callers that come in as well. These are legit calls and stuff. But this one gentleman that I had, that was something that I did not expect at all. And Jeremy here keeps putting up there, Dare to Be Great 4, A New Hope. You never know, man. You never know. I don't know. We'll see if the public wants it. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. I'll leave it at that. So this last call that I want to share with you. Now, this one is, I want you to tell me, okay? On both of these here, I want you to tell me, is this a clever or dumb criminal? Okay? Clever or dumb? All right? So here comes the story. This was early on in my dispatch career when I started working out in Central Florida, small police department. And I'm working the midnight shift, okay? Working the midnight shift, and one of my officers ends up pulling someone over. And this person has a warrant. And the person flees on foot, takes off running. Again, it's in the middle of the night. And we end up calling for the canine officer from the sheriff's department to come out and help with the search. So it's my officer, canine officer, and of course the canine. And they're out looking around and looking around and looking around, and they can't find the guy. Okay. The dog keeps leading them. All right. It keeps leading them to a house, to the yard behind the house, the backyard. There is an above ground pool. Okay. The dog keeps standing by the pool and is like barking at it, and they can't understand why. Again, it's in the middle of the night. So they leave, keep searching. The dog keeps coming back to the pool. The last time that that the dog goes back to the pool, the officers look close, very close, and they notice a straw. There's a straw poking out from the water. The suspect was in the pool. The suspect was in the pool the whole time, hiding from them. He was underwater, breathing through that straw. That's why the dog kept going. So, this is where we get to the part. Is that criminal dumb or is he clever? Throw it in the comments. I want to know. I want to know what you think. If this, let's see, clever. All right, here we go. On Instagram as well. I want to know, dumb or clever? Can you imagine? Okay, good. We've got some clevers coming in. Very clever, even. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine hauling ass? Okay. You're hauling ass running. Who knows where they found the straw? Right. Yes. Okay. Right here. Rebecca says, but who carries a straw in their pockets? No shit. What if it was a straw that this person found just on the side of the road, or like was searching through a garbage can or something? It's like a straw. I mean, if you want to get away, right? If you want to get away, you're going to do whatever you need to do to get away. So this person found a straw somewhere, ended up finding this house. There's a pool. And jumps into the pool and is underneath with the straw, like what would you be thinking at that time? Seriously, what would you be thinking? My my son here says, clever idea, dumb execution. Yes. Oh man, for real. You get into the pool and you're breathing out of this straw, probably plugging your nose, right? Plugging your nose and breathing through the straw. And who knows, maybe you can hear, because you're going to be underwater and you can hear the dog barking like to the side of you. And all you can think is, holy shit, they found me. But then it takes forever. Like you don't hear the barking anymore because they left. They left a few times. But to be under there that whole time, man, and breathing through a straw, holy shit. That is something else. I laughed my ass off so hard when they came back, because when they came back, I said, why is this person wet? Because all I could think was, like, was he running and he just fell into a pool? No, his ass was hiding in the pool underwater with a straw. What the hell? All right, I want to look at the comments here. And it's so clever, very clever. And let's see, the dog deserves a raise. And the canine was more clever. Yes, the dog does deserve a raise. Like, fucking buy that dog a T-bone steak and just let him eat it. Oh, man. I wanted to save that one for the very end because that one is also one that I will never forget, but it was from early on in my dispatching career. It's just something that I never thought that I would ever, deal with. Being in dispatch was, of course, somebody fleeing. I figured something like that was going to happen, of course, but not like that. Not to go down like that, where the person is hiding in the pool with a straw. Clever, very clever. Oh, man. Well, we are on the hour, and I want to thank all of you here on Instagram and all of you on Facebook, Twitter, as well as YouTube for joining me for Open Mic Live. Again, I apologize that we missed it last week, but we're here this week. We had a lot of fun. I shared all of these different stories and, just interacting with all of you. This is always so much fun. So thank you so very much for joining in and supporting and sharing stories. And I love also having, everyone here on Instagram too. It's always fun to have everyone together and sharing stories. And let's see. I wonder how confused the dog was. In water? Can't see target, smell target. Yeah, the dog must have been confused as well, because of all that was going on. Like I can smell the person, but why can't I see them? Could they possibly be in the pool? These humans, for whatever reason, aren't looking at the pool, and I'm here barking and they're not doing shit. Yep, that's what the dog was probably thinking. Let's see. Chacha 911 here says, I'm going to ask for an extra straw from now on. Never know. Exactly. Right there. You never know. If you got a jam, make sure you got a straw. Jeez. Oh, man. All right. Again, thank you all very much for joining. And we've got a lot that is coming up. This part of APCO, a lot of episodes, a lot of live broadcasts that are going to be going on from the Expo Hall. And soon you will get to find out everything that I've been working on. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So I cannot wait to share it with you. Thank you for being on, for supporting, for sharing this broadcast each and every Thursday, for being here and joining me for these stories. And also for all of you who share your own stories as well. Thank you so much. This broadcast has been sponsored by InDigital as well as Rapid Deploy. If you have any comments, questions, or you want to be a guest on the show, the flagship show Within the Trenches, you can email us And that's going to be WTTpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter. That is @91podcast. You can like us on Facebook. That is facebook.com/Within the Trenches Podcast. And you can follow us on Instagram as well. That is @WTT Podcast. If you're looking for any bonus content, you can check us out, and that is patreon.com/WTT Podcast. Again, this episode, as well as the last open mic, the audio is going to go up for patrons only, so they can check that out as well, as new episodes that are coming of the Dispatchers Roundtable. And I'm really excited to have those that are coming up. You are going to dig them, so make sure to look out for that. And this can be seen on Facebook, YouTube, as well as Twitter. And then the flagship show can be heard 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. Have a good one, everyone. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for everything.